my argument is that the Arab Center today is not just on the defensive, but is diminishing to an alarming rate. And today, as I first started my talk, to be a moderate in the Arab world today is to be a very, very tiny minority. And the reason for that is that the Arab Center has focused its energy so far only on one issue of concern to Arab citizens. And that issue has been the peace process. But despite the valiant efforts of this center to solve this problem, it has not been able to do so. In my argument, not because it did not try, but because others did not help. But it has not addressed other issues of concern to Arab citizens: political reform, cultural diversity, good governance, economic well-being. All of these issues have been totally ignored by the center. And from the time of the first secular post-independence Arab parties in the Arab world, whether it has been the Nasserites in Egypt, the Baathists in Syria and Iraq, the nationalists in Tunisia and Algeria, all of them, or the monarchies, all of them were not democratic parties. And all of them did not commit to developing a system of checks and balances and political diversity. Nasser in the 50s had the slogan, لا صوت يعلو فوق صوت المعركة. No voice is allowed to rise over that of the battle for Palestine. Meaning that all other issues had to wait, and in fact did wait. And today, because of that, we have two options in the Arab world, and two options only. Either a ruling elite with no system of checks and balances, and therefore no system to really monitor their activities, or a religious ideology which also threatens the political and cultural diversity of Arab society. These are only the two options available for Arab citizens. And if Arab citizens want to cast their vote against the ruling elite because they're not satisfied with their policies, the only other vote that is available to them is the Islamic vote. Not necessarily because they believe in this ideology, although of course many do, but because this other option at least is promising them cleaner government. We've seen this happen very, very clearly in the West Bank and Gaza 2 years ago, where a majority of the population then wanted a negotiated settlement with Israel, but yet opted for the party that did not want to make peace with Israel. Not because of their stand on peace, but because that party happened to promise them cleaner government. And this is the maybe number one lesson that I try to draw in the book. If the Arab Center is to prevail, if the Arab Center is not just to survive but also to thrive, it has to become multidimensional. It cannot be a moderate on peace but not a moderate on reform. Selective moderation does not work and is not credible. And if the Arab Center is to survive, as I said, then it has to address issues of reform, it has to address issues of good governance, it has to address issues of economic well-being.